Hello, boys and girls. Hello, my sailors. I welcome you all. Today, I'm going to talk about nomenclature of coordination compounds. And yes, we are going to do a second lecture on it. Yesterday, in the previous session, I have given the basic foundation. Please make sure you are also aware of it. Please make sure you are updated, right? Now, it will be fun. I'm going to give you many examples. And today, we will also discuss bridging complexes, the naming of bridging complexes. So, we'll talk about that as well. So chalo, let's start. Boys and girls, my name is Harsh Maheshwari, your chemistry teacher. I am from NIT Warangal. I believe in one thing, jo karo, maze se karo, right? And yes, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Please make sure you subscribe and also hit the bell icon so you will be notified when your teacher is coming live. Okay? So make sure you do that as well. Alright, please take this, this is our weekly schedule. This is our week schedule. When we would be coming live, you must know, and so that you can attend our live lectures. All right, so take a screenshot of it as well. All right, beta, let's start. So today we'll talk about, as I discussed, I will talk about nomenclature of coordination compounds. We'll study the naming of your coordination compounds. So let's start. Yesterday I have given the last session, I have talked about the foundation, the basic foundation, the fundamentals of this particular thing we have discussed. So let's do some examples on it. I have done many in last session as well. So let's talk about this first one. But I am pretty sure you are aware now. It will be splitting in the form of, there would be +2 charge and sulfate ion -2 charge. I am pretty sure, I am positive that you guys have done your homework. You have learned all the radicals, you have learned the charge on it. Okay? So this will be the splitting. This will be the, when you dissolve it in water, it will split into 2 ions, right? The charges would be as follows. All right. So it is evident that your complex is a cation. Basically, the complex is having a positive charge on it. So naming would be done first for it. So let's do the naming. So it will be tetra aqua. I'm so sorry. Tetraamine. I'm really sorry. Tetraamine. I guess you got the drift now. Alright, so tetraamine. Then you will have diaqua nickel, and nickel would be as it is, right? And the state here would be +2 charge, sulfate. I hope you guys got this only, right? Sulfate, right? So this is for A. We have done naming successfully. I hope it is clear. Okay? Let's go for B. And how did I get +2 state beta? Very, very simple. On the sphere, there is +2 charge, right? And ammonia is neutral and water is neutral. So I'm pretty sure you guys are aware of it. Water is neutral, ammonia is neutral. Hai? Keeping that in mind, I have done it. All right. Let's go for B. Now. I am writing B here. So this is interesting. You can see here, quite simple that, Cl- is there and sulfate ion is there. So overall charge on the sphere would be +3, and it is a cationic sphere basically, right? The positive charge is there. So what is the name? The name would be hexaamine, AMM. I did not write here also amine. Actually, for ammonia, please be careful. The spelling would be AMMINE. Okay? The spelling is this, so please make sure you do that. Hexaamine, right? So hexaamine, cobalt. Here, what will be the state? 3. You got it, right? And here, chloride and sulfate. All you have to do is write the name. Now, next one is C, and I am giving this as a homework. I want each and every one to do this. This is a homework from my side, and it is quite clear. Sodium would be named first as it is the cation. Okay? So please make sure you do it. Answer this particular question in the comment box. I will be waiting for your response. Alright, boys and girls, let's move on. Next one. This is quite interesting. काफी अच्छा सवाल है ये. This is very, very nice. Write the IUPAC name of the following. This complex is having, the cation as well as the anion, both are having sphere on it, right? And cation is usually named first, then anion is named, right? Here we will assume this is the cation. Okay, first thing is sorted, that whatever is on the left is the cation, and I'm gonna name it first. First problem is solved. Okay. Now moving on. What about the oxidation number? How would I be able to write the oxidation number? Next question that must come up in your mind. Alright, no worries. Very easy. Check this out. बहुत आसान है. Beta, what is the charge on NO2? I told you it is minus. And how many you see? 4. 4 into 3 is what? 12. So beta, can I say total negative charge? Total negative charge is minus 12. So there must be, because the complex is overall neutral, there must be, since the complex is overall neutral, there must be plus 12 charge overall. This point is very important, because you are saying there is total negative charge, minus 12, because ammonia is neutral. So only charge is there because of NO2 minus. And if you are saying it is minus 12, the total negative charge is minus 12. So boys and girls, it is quite evident. The positive charge should also be plus 12. 1 point. Okay. Okay. Now, this positive charge must come from cobalt. It is quite clear because it is a metal and it must give you a positive oxidation number. Now, how many cobalts are there? Check this out. There are 4 cobalt. Correct? So 4 cobalt must be giving you 12 positive charge. So 1 cobalt will give you how much? 12 by 4, it will give you 3. Means the oxidation number of cobalt is plus 3. Right? Now you can name it very easily. Answer karo. Please write down the name with me. It will be hexaamine cobalt 3. Alright, आगे बढ़ जाएंगे. Then this is interesting. Then it will be diamine tetra nitrito N, है ना, tetra nitrito N cobaltate. This is quite interesting. Cobaltate, and here the state would be plus 3, right? Alright, I hope it is clear. सबको समझ आ गया. I hope it is very clear. It is a good example. Similar questions you can do now. Alright, आगे बढ़ूंगा. Next up, amazing. This is also kind of similar to the previous one. Let's go for it, boys and girls. Let's discuss. देखो, same funda, nothing fancy. I'll check total negative charge. What is the total negative charge, beta? Minus 6, because cyanide is having minus 1 charge on it. So minus 1. So it will be 6 into 3 minus 18. This is quite interesting. Pay full attention. Okay? Minus 18. Sorry. So total positive charge must be also equal to plus 18. Now you will play with permutation and combination. Let's see how you can do it. With a total iron atom, if you count, how many iron atoms are there? Can you see? There are 4 plus 3. 7 iron atoms are there. Correct? And 4 iron atom and 3 iron atoms are separated, right? So let us do one thing. Let us do permutation and combination. Let us say for getting positive 18 charge, the combination I am making, first one is plus 2 plus 2. 4 iron atom will have plus 2 charge on it. 3 iron atoms will have plus 2 charge on it. It will fall short. It will give you total 14 charge. So this is out. Permutation and combination, all am I doing? Okay? Next one is plus 3 plus 3. What I will get, beta? Plus 3 plus 3. Check this out. It will now 4 3s are 12, right? And then you have 3 3 9. This will exceed. 9, and this is exceeding our result. This is not our answer. Let's go for another combination. Plus 2 plus 3. Is it fitting? Let's check. So plus 2. देखो आपके सामने I am solving. Nothing fancy. I am just trying to I am playing with this complex. So plus 2 into 8. 4 into 8. This is 8. The 4 iron atoms are in plus 8 state. And the 3 iron atoms are in plus 3 state. Okay. So 8, 6. Okay. 3. This one will fit, right? This one will fit 9. And here you are getting 8. Yeah, this will fit. We want total 18 charge. Is it fitting? No, it's not fitting. This is also not the answer. This is not the answer. Last combination. Let's go for last combination. Plus 3 plus 2. I think this should do the trick. So 4 iron atoms are in plus 3 state. 3 iron atoms are in plus 3 state. Okay? Let's check this out. So this will become 12. This will become 6. Yeah, it is becoming total 18. So here this one is in plus 4 state. This one is in plus 3 state. I'm so sorry. This one is in plus 3 state. This one is in plus 2 state. So write down the name. Please write down the name with me. Let's write down the name now. I'm erasing this point. So let's write the name. Let's write the name, keeping this combination in mind. Alright, so name would be, Acha, now you will just write iron, and here since it is a cation, it will have, what is the charge now? Charge would be plus 3. Very good, बहुत बढ़िया. This is Fe. Alright, now 4 iron atoms are in plus 3 state. Moving on, it will become hexacyanide C, right? Hexacyanide C, ferrate, and here beta, what will be there? Plus 2 state. I hope the point is clear. Sabko samajh aa gaya. This is the name of this compound. What I have done, all I have done is counted the total negative charge. Then there must be the counterpart of it. Total positive charge must be the same, and the total positive charge must be coming from the iron itself, right? Then I have done permutation and combination, nothing else, nothing fancy. Alright, whatever the right number, followed it. Alright, moving on. आगे बढ़ूंगा. Now beta, let's do reverse. Let's do reverse. This is a very interesting case. Up to now, what I am doing, I am giving you a complex and I am asking you, please write the name for it. Now I am saying, no. I am gonna give you the name, write down the complex for me. Just reverse, okay? So let's do that. It's very interesting. Check this out. So potassium, I'm just writing potassium. Okay. This is quite interesting. Pay full attention. So hexacyanide. So there must be 6 signs Cn minus. Ferrate. Okay? Ferrate means iron is in which state beta? It is coming in plus 2 state. Okay? So can I just make an overall structure like this? Check this out. Fe, Cn6, and since you know it is in plus 2 state, it is in minus 1 into 6. Overall charge here would be minus 4. How did I write? Minus 6 plus 2 beta is equal to minus 4. Correct? I hope the point is coming in your mind. So there will be overall minus 4 charge. Here potassium is in plus state, right? Potassium, you know, it's a cation. So plus Na plus or K plus, right? K plus. Acha. Overall charge here is 1 beta. Overall charge here is 4. You know nothing but this, cross multiply the charges, your complex will be created. Check this out. It will be K4 Fe Cn6. It's all sorted. I hope it is clear. Sabko samajh aa gaya. I hope the structure is clear. Moving on. I have one more example for you. Check this out. Same thing. Now here iron is in plus 3 state. Okay, ठीक है. Iron is in plus 3 state. Okay, I'll write this. Plus 3 state में है. Moving here. Hexacyanide. Cn minus is how many times? 6 times. Iron is in bit of which state? Plus 2 state. Okay, so overall charge, if I can write, it will be Fe Cn6. Here beta, what you will get? This is of plus 2 state. This will be minus 6. Overall charge would be minus 4. Here Fe is in plus 3 state. So here overall charge is 3. Here overall charge is 4. Cross multiply. What you will end up getting? I hope you have written your answer. And your answer would be, check this out. It will be Fe 4 Fe Cn 6 3. How about that? So you got the structure carefully, and this is your answer. Moving on. Are you liking it? Maza aa raha hai? If you are liking it, please let me know in the comment box. I know I am because of some technical difficulties. My internet is not good over here, so that's why I have to do it. Please let me know my work is not going into into a waste or something. Please let me know. Give me your love. Show me your love in the comment box. I'll be so happy. Okay? Alright. So hexaamine cobalt. Now again a very good, very interesting structure. Very big actually. A big name, right? And if you notice carefully, it is a case where you will be getting 2 spheres. Cation and anion both are in coordination sphere. Alright, I'll just follow the instruction. Hexaamine, okay, so 6 times ammonia. Then you have cobalt. Cobalt is in plus 3 state. Diamine. All right, so 2 times ammonia. Then you have tetranitrito, 4NO2, and cobalt. Cobalt is in +2 state. All right, beta. So if you just break it down, overall here, what is the charge coming? This will be cobalt CONH3 6 times. Overall charge here would be +3, right? Because ammonia is neutral. Come over here, beta. Come over here, beta. It will be what? Cobalt. Then you will have ammonia twice. Then you have nitrito 4 times. And here overall charge, check this out, +2 आ रहा है because यहाँ पर -4, हाँ जी, so ये this is in -4, -4 यहाँ पर आया. Let's write down this is -4, this is +2, right? And here total charge will become 2. I'm just writing the mod of it. Here it is 3. So cross multiply this. What is the final answer? What is the final answer, beta? Final answer लिख रहा हूँ. CO NH3 6. Here it will be twice, and here it will be CO NH3 NO2 4 times, and here you will get 3. I hope it is clear. And if you are following the lecture properly, check this out. I have just reversed what I have taught so far. Correct? जो मैंने पढ़ा है उसको मैंने रिवर्स कर दिया है और कुछ नहीं करा. क्लियर है? आई होप इट इज क्लियर. सबको समझ आ गया है बेटा? ठीक है बच्चों, वेरी नाइस. मूविंग ऑन, आगे बढ़ जाऊंगा. हमें ये सब चीजें अब क्लियर होती गई हैं. ठीक है, ऑलराइट, आगे बढ़ते हैं. दिस वन इज वेरी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. Next thing we are going on is naming of complex. We are moving on naming of complex. ठीक है. Now this one is of bridging complexes where ligands are actually as you can see, it's coming like a bridge form, right? Ligand is bridge between the two metal atoms. This A and B represents metal atom, the central metal atom. Correct? All right. ठीक है, तो हमने ये देखा. आई होप एवरीवन इज अवेयर. पीछे सारा चीजें क्लियर हो गई हैं. हमने जो पढ़ा है, व्हाट आई हैव डन, आई होप इट इज क्लियर. प्लीज लेट मी नो ऑल्सो इन द कमेंट बॉक्स. ठीक है बेटा, डू लेट मी नो विद एवरीथिंग. एंड आई थिंक देयर इज जस्ट आई हैव नोटिस्ड वन small thing which I have noticed here. Yeah, there should be 2. Yeah, there should be 2. All right, moving on. हाँ जी, तो यहाँ पर ये हो गया, हमने सब पढ़ लिया है. सो ए एंड बी मेटल एटम. अब हमारे को पढ़ना है द नेमिंग ऑफ ब्रिजिंग लिगेंड. नाउ ligands are bridged between the two central atom. Here what will be happening beta? The ligand would be bridged between two central atoms. A and B are the central atom. So how do we name it? Very simple. Mu is placed before the name of the ligand, right? And for example, the previous case, this is central atom A, central atom B. So what you are going to do, naming of the naming of the group A, then you will name the ligand and put mu in front of it, and bridging ligand of course, and then you will write the name of the group B, right? This is for when you are going to name such kind of complex. A and B is a central atom, is your central atom, and L is the ligand. So first you write down this name, then you write down the name of the ligand, and then you write down the name of the group or your central atom. ठीक है? Alright, along with the groups, of course. These are nothing but central atoms containing the groups. So when I said A and B are metal atoms, along with the groups. I'll show you here. Very very easy. Check this out. Hanji. So let me just give you a brief idea. Then I'll give you some complexes which we will discuss. Okay? If the groups are attached, right? Then देखिए, if same groups are attached, what will happen, beta? You will just say mu, name of the bridging ligand. Bis is a representative word for when there is occurrence of that ligand 2 times, right? Or occurrence of that particular thing 2 times, right? So here you will just write down the name bis. Understood? This is the way you can take. Moving on. In some cases you will be getting completely different. You will be getting L1, L2. A and B are the two different metal atoms on which you are getting the ligand. So what you will do, very simple, same construct, name of the group A, the name of the ligand, the name of the ligand 2, the name of the group B. Now you will say, sir, how do I know which ligand I will prefer? Which ligand would be named first? Alphabetical order. Alphabetical order. One word for you. Similarly, A and B is also named as per their alphabetical order. This is a very, very simple thing. The entire naming is always constructed on one simple point, that you have to write it in the alphabetical order. ठीक है, आपको alphabetical order का ध्यान रखना है. I'll give you more example. It will become crystal clear. Okay, moving on. Check this out. In this, you are getting the same groups, and there are two bridging ligands, right? So what you will do, mu L1, right, mu L2, named such like just like this, and then bis, whatever the two groups are there, you write it down. Okay, this is that. Similarly, you are getting same, everything is same. I think this is the easiest among all. What you are going to do here, just simply write di, mu, whatever the ligands are, then bis, name of the group. I hope it is clear. Okay, so let's do a question to illustrate our point. Let's do some questions. Okay, let's talk about this. Beta, first thing you will think that what must be the charge on the central atom. So to answer this, very simple. Chlorine is -1 and OH minus is also -1. So total negative charge would be -6. So it means it is quite simple that total positive charge must be +6, and it is coming from both the chromium, and chromium is giving you +6, both the chromium. So one chromium would be of +3 charge, and the oxidation number here would be +3. So one problem is solved. One problem is solved. Let's move ahead. How to answer this? Let's do in detail. Now check this out. Can I write like this, beta? You can notice group A and group B both are same. So can I say mu hydroxido? Now here what I will use, bis. I'm so sorry, bis. I'll use the word bis. Now here hexa. मैं इसको गलत क्यों लिखता हूँ, ये पेंटा है. I'm so sorry. This is penta. Pentaamine. Chromium, and chromium, what is the charge? +3, and you have got your answer. This is your bridging ligand question first. Okay, let's go for more questions. Now check this out. Let's solve this. Everyone will start solving with me. Do you see total negative charge? As 6? How did I write it? Sulfate is of -2. OH, I hope everyone knows now, -1, OH minus. NH2 minus is also -1, है ना? So total negative charge is -6. So total positive charge must be +6, and chromium will be amounting here. One chromium atom would be amounting +3 charge. The oxidation number here would be +3 on both the chromium atom. ठीक है, on both the chromium atoms. ठीक है, I hope it is clear. Now, what is the name? Let's talk about the name. Very simple process. One by one, we'll go for it. You can notice again, A and B are same. So I will do one thing. Very simple. Di mu hydroxido. Then what I have to do? Bis. Now, what I will write? Tetra. Aqua. Chromium. And what is the state, beta? State here is +3. I hope it is clear. ठीक है, ये भी clear हो गया. Moving on. Answer this question for me. Everyone would help me with this. Now you can notice again same. Can I give this as homework? ये मैं homework दे सकता हूँ because same phenomenon, same funda. Both the group A and B are same. Both the groups are same. ठीक है, so apply the same funda here. Just be careful of the total negative charge, right? If you can find this, very good. This is your homework from my side. All right. Before that, one question I think is remaining. This one. There are two more questions for you. Check this out. Now this is very interesting. Beta, total negative charge, same funda. So total negative here also -6. I hope everyone can solve. Everyone has seen. So total positive would be what? Total positive charge would be +6. So chromium, one chromium atom would have +3 charge on it, and the oxidation number is +3, just like the usual. Simple, right? Now check this out. These groups A and B are different, right? I will name it as per your alphabetical order. That's the way I will go about it. So it will be now pentaamine. This one, beta, what will happen now? Pentaamine chromium. Here 3. Mu hydroxido. Then what you will get? Then you will get again same penta aqua chromium, and the oxidation number, that is 3. I hope everyone understood. Sabko samajh aa gaya. This is the naming process. Let's do one more. Now check this out again. A and B are not same. They are different. So I will name this entire complex as per my alphabetical order. That's the way about it. Okay? Be very, very careful. And your ligands are also different. So check this out. Very interesting. What will be the name I am writing here? It will become okay. Which side shall I go for? Acha, one more thing. I have to talk about the central atom. Total negative charge. Beta, total negative charge would be here 6. Sulfur, वही same cheese, -2 into 2, and OH minus is 1, -1 charge, and NH2 is also having -1 charge. So total positive charge would be +6. But check this out. This is chromium, this is cobalt, right? Chromium and cobalt, right? So chromium would be having +3. Important thing about cobalt can exist only in +3. So that's how I know, right? And this one would be in +3 as well. ठीक है? Okay. तो ये आ गया. अब बेटा, let's do it in alphabetical order. I tell you, H comes first, right? As compared to O, chromium and cobalt. That's why my naming is going like that. Check this out. My name would be not hexa. Tetrachromium, tetra aqua, chromium. Oxidation number is 3. Then mu. This is very interesting. Pay attention. Mu amido. Then mu hydroxido. Mu hydroxido. After that, what I will get? I will get tetra aqua. 1 second. Tetra aqua. Cobalt. I'm writing here cobalt, and here state would be beta again 3. At the end you will write sulfate after leaving some space. Sulfate. I hope the naming process is also clear. आप लोगों को सारा समझ आ गया, right? So I have left nothing, and I have given one homework. This is my homework. Please make sure you do it. All right. Next question, beta. A beautiful question. This question is kind of similar to that. Similar to this one question also came up in JEE. Okay? Check this out. You can be given many complexes, and they will ask you in which of the following complex, when the complex which you dissolve in water, you will get the maximum conductivity out of it. So how to decide? Very simple. When you dissolve your particular salt, complex salt, higher the number of ions formed, more will be the conductivity. So check this out. How many ions are formed, beta, here? How many ions are formed? Here we are going to get 4 ions, right? How did I write? -3 plus 4, plus 3 Cl minus, plus 3 Cl minus, right? So total how many ions are formed? 4 ions are formed. In this case, how many ions would be formed? 3. In this case 2, in this case 0. So conductivity order would be A is more conductive than B, B is more conductive than C, then D. This is your conductivity order. So by chance if they will ask, please tell us the conductivity order, all you have to do is think about how they will split, right? And how many ions will be formed. Whatever the charge on the sphere is there, right? That is conducted as, that is seen as one ion, right? Keeping this in mind, you can easily find the answer. Here you will get 2, here you will get 2, here you will get nothing. There is no charge on this particular complex, so there is no ion actually. Okay? Alright, similarly beta, check this out. How many ions are formed? If you notice carefully, in both the cases there are two ions. One case you will get sulfate ion like this, so total 2 ions. Here also what you will get minus and then Cl minus. Here also you will get 2 ions. Now the question will come, where conductivity should be more, A or B? What is your best bet? What is your best bet? Answer is A will have more conductivity. Why beta? Higher, when you come across such a case in which the ions are same number of ions are there in the solution, then you'll go for one factor, key where the charge is more. The magnitude of the charge should be very high, right? If the charge is more, you will say that ion will conduct more. Okay? I hope it is clear. This is a very good question. So that's why answer I had given as option A. Alright. Okay, beta. So this concludes, and yes, I have a wonderful news for all of you, a beautiful news for all of you. If you are in 12th class, or even if you are in 11th class and you are targeting JEE mains, right? So beta, we have this beautiful course crafted for you. This is a subscription called as ProLite subscription. Beta, in this subscription you will be given unlimited doubt classes, interactive classes, proper theory classes, content would be given to you, study material would be given to you, assignments would be given to you, notes would be given to you. That is nothing but content. And we will be testing you also. Every Sunday we will have tests, right? We'll conduct tests, and most important factor according to me, the analysis, where you are going wrong. We are always making sure that you know your mistakes. That is very, very important for us. Analysis of your particular test is done with us, and you know what will happen? As a result, you will improve. Content is given, notes are given, study material is given, and this interaction what we are going to have is a two-way interaction. If you have a doubt, you can just say, sir, unmute me, and we'll be learning. This is the way I do it in my classes. Whenever the kid wants to ask a doubt, they will just say, sir, unmute me, we'll talk. Sometimes we also have video audio option as well, so we just talk in a beautiful manner, and the doubts will definitely get cleared in our live classes, right? It is not a recorded lecture. Please make sure it is not a recorded lecture. It is a proper two-way interaction. All right. And similarly, beta, what we are doing here, check this out. These are the things which are available in this particular subscription. Teaching different teachers. If you want to have more than one mentor, go ahead, we'll not stop you. If you want to give many tests, go ahead. Analysis would be given. And best part, if you want to know, like I have delivered this entire lecture in English and giving you English content, go ahead, you can select that. Some of you are like, no, I want my content to be delivered in Hindi, but I want the content written in English. You can also have that option. वो भी option आपको मिल जाएगा, ठीक है? We will cover all your needs. Similarly, micro courses are up and running, and all those would be free for you. Need not to pay. Crash courses which will be coming during the exam time will be free for you. No need to pay for any of that. And most important, to be very honest. By chance, if you miss out on any lecture, we always sometimes, if I fall sick or if I have to go somewhere, right now the situation is not available, but if you fall sick and you're not feeling well, no worries, you can watch the recorded section. You can watch that particular session later on at your own comfort. And best part about this Webbook, this is a format, right, where we teach. That Webbook, we can give you 3-dimensional visualization as well. As you can check that out in your on your screen right now. This is nothing but a 3D representation of a curve. Very easily we have done. This is our sin x curve. We have easily done. ठीक है, same in chemistry, same in physics we are doing. And yes beta, 1 month subscription is of 6,000 rupees, around 7,000 rupees. But yes, if you will use my coupon code, and my coupon code is HM, please use my coupon code as HM Pro, right? HM Pro as my coupon code. There is a mistake here, sorry for that, right? So use my coupon code, that is HM Pro. You will get a heavy discount. You'll get a 15% discount on this particular subscription, and it will be you can avail this particular subscription just by paying 6,000 rupees or less than, under 6,000 rupees, right? So make sure you check it out. And yes, you can also follow my entire 12th class curriculum. I have done all the chapters. The playlist is down in the description box. You can check it out and join our channel, our Vedantu JEE channel, or on our Telegram app, so you would be notified every time. And yes, of course, if you have loved the video, please make sure you like it, share it, and subscribe it. That's it for me today, beta. See you next time. Thank you so much.